I have genuinely changed my self-image to love hard work. My mind craves doing hard things right now on my self-improvement journey, and I'm going to share with you how I genuinely programmed my subconscious mind to crave hard work, what that genuinely means, and how I stay consistent every single day. But also, this video will give you the benefit of how you can do the same in a much easier way than I went about it. Because when I learnt the lessons from the mistakes that I've made whilst doing this, you will save yourself heaps of time and stress about programming your mind to love hard work. Because self-improvement is supposed to be an enjoyable journey where you see yourself level up in all endeavours of human life, but now you're going to see yourself become a much greater person. You're going to feel very proud, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video in full, because it's going to be completely unedited, and I'm going to show you my story and how I changed my self-image successfully. It all started back since 2023. So I was 16 years old back then, and to be quite honest, I'd made very small progress throughout the year. The first 3 months were extremely powerful because I was extremely motivated to do hard work, because new year, new me. As soon as January started, January 1st, the first day of the new year, I was set. My motivations and expectations were at an all-time high, and I was living up to those expectations, genuinely. And I was seeing myself going for a run every single morning, 5 kilometers at 5 o'clock in the morning, where it was pitch black, got my flashlight on my head, and went for a run regardless of how I felt. Also, I kept up my daily meditation. I was reading heaps of books. I've got a library right there of about a dozen books now. It's very small at the moment, but it's growing bigger and bigger day by day. Well, not day by day, but year by year. But I'm learning so much from it. And I was keeping that momentum going up until it crashed at about May of that year. And it came crashing down hard. My confidence was already at an all-time low before that. Suddenly went straight back down to an all-time low. And to be honest, that was incredibly hard for me to get myself out of. I didn't know what to do. I fell into the habit, the trap of complacency, and months went by, and I felt worse about myself month by month by month, until it was about late October of that year, 2023. And man, at that moment, I became sick and tired of being sick and tired. So much time has been wasted, yet I didn't really have the guts to own up to my mistake, learn from my mistake, and make sure that I never make that mistake again. Until October. And what I actually did was, when I first found out about visualization, and I know you may have heard of this already, but visualizations are when you see yourself in your mind already successful and you feel it as if it is right now, naturally. You've got to convince yourself that it is naturally. And when I found that out, I was like, oh, that's an easy cheat code for success. I knew I could make that work. If it could work for so many successful entrepreneurs, successful celebrities in the world, why wouldn't it work for me? And genuinely, that level of conviction made it work for me, because I know how visualizations don't work for other people. It's because, I know this is going to sound very cliche, but they don't believe it will work for them. They don't have that level of conviction in their visualizations or affirmations, whatever they're doing. And visualizations directly change your self-image instantly. And when I found that out, I was already on track. Not just the same sort of progress that I was making at the beginning of that year, but I was on a completely different path that would set me up for even greater success. And that path was finding my purpose and following my intuition. Following my intuition, it told me to go and find my purpose. And it took me until about the end of October. So about a week or something like that, where I was journaling. I was very bored. I was completely with no stimulation. It was almost as if my house was a jail cell. But I didn't see it as a jail cell. I was completely enjoying the process whilst following my heart where it would have taken me. I was enjoying the suffering. Whereas before that, I would hate even just to spend 5 minutes meditating. That was because I was following my intuition, and no, that's not just it. I also knew that the work that I was doing was extremely powerful and on the right track. And I kept focusing on that. You gotta keep focusing on how you want to feel and how the work makes you feel and how you want it to make you feel. If you feel very passionate about it, you're going to have a very passionate ride on your journey. But if you're having that very low mental health, where you're just lazy all the time, don't really care that all that much, you're going to not enjoy the journey. You got to think as if you're already enjoying the journey. I'm sorry, there's no secret to this process where you change your self-image to love doing hard work. There's no secret to it. You just have to think as if you're already that guy, already him, who's enjoying and loving the process. Every single time he smashes out hard work, first thing in the morning, sets his day up for success, he cannot stop to think how much he's proud of himself and how much he's set his future standards up for success. And that is something that he keeps thinking about, because the more that he thinks about that, the more that he's motivated to do it next time. So, to summarize it all up, visualizations are extremely powerful only if you think they are. If you think they're not, and you don't want it to work, whatever, make sure that you find something that will suit yourself in return. And also, same goes with affirmations. Make sure that you follow your intuition, because your intuition or your heart, your gut, whatever you may call it, will tell you something. It will tell you, find your purpose, find your reason for being, and find what truly matters for you in life. It will whisper those messages to you, and you will realize them. And only if you're unstimulated, like not doom scrolling on social media, not watching TV all the time, not being distracted by all these different things going on in your life, when you're bored, that's when your intuition becomes vocal. And then, only then, when you start to follow your intuition, you will start to realize how powerful the work that you're doing is right now. And then after that, that's it. Just keep thinking and feeling as if you're already making great work right now. You're already working hard. You're already committed yourself to the path of self-improvement, and you're loving the journey every single step of the way there. And I thank you so much if you made it this far into the video. Seriously, you have the attention span that I highly respect. And we've got to keep improving that every single day of our lives. And we've got to improve visualizations, like all the advice. We aren't just going to be talking about it and not doing anything. We will take action on this video, and that will give you so much strength to pull you closer to the success that you've been desiring, my friend. We deserve this together, because together we will win.